It is Destination Miami for Chef Michael Smith, pictured here with his wife, Nancy. Now, this isn't the first time the NFL has asked Kansas City's own James Beard award-winning chef to serve up a big meal the night before the big game in the Super City. But this year, of course, is way more special.
Yeah, and he is here with us for a preview of what he's making for the NFL's big Party with a Purpose event. Welcome back to the show, sure. We appreciate it. Of course, it's a big time for you because you're a huge Chiefs fan.
Yep.
And you get to go down there and cook for everybody as the Chiefs play in the big game, right?
2,000 people are going to show up at this event.
Yeah?
They're all going to be hanging around. Well, every team has a chef in a restaurant and a kind of a former player or Hall of Fame player. So we have Bobby Bell and Eddie Kennison.
Wow. Cool.
And so we'll go down there, cook 2,000 people.
Very neat. So you've actually done a lot of preparation for this event ahead of time before you even leave, which I'm finding crazy that you are FedExing some of the base for this dish down.
Because we don't know where the heck we're
Florida?
going to cook half the time. We're walking into kitchens, or like in San Francisco a few years ago, we were cooking outside in a parking lot of the Cow Palace.
Okay.
So, you just never know where you're going. And so, to have food for 2,000, you have to pay attention.
Yeah.
We have to know. So we set up our basic, prep stuff so that we're not starting from scratch.
So talk about the dish you're making today. I know it's involving lamb. I'm not sure how to pronounce the
Herrera.
last word, so I'm going to let you do it. There it
Well,
is.
everyone asks me, why don't you cook barbecue with these things? Because you represent Kansas City. I'm like, I don't do barbecue, so I'll leave that to the experts. But I do something, this relates to our food at Extra Virgin. Lamb, lots of spices like turmeric, paprika, cumin, harissa, which is a spice paste from Tunisia and Morocco, saffron, pepper paste from Hungary, all kinds of herbs, fresh herbs here, thyme and bay leaf, and so cinnamon. And we cook all this down, and so it's yellowish here from the cumin and the turmeric. And then we add a little bit of our beef stock.
Okay.
And it's really just a stew that needs to simmer because you're using a lot of you're using leg meat of the lamb, or you're using the shoulder, and so it needs to be stewed down, braised for a couple hours.
What is it about lamb meat that works so well in the Mediterranean and North African cooking?
Because they don't eat pork.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Right. They don't.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's an animal that grows very quickly on their kind of land, arid land, and it's delicious. And so the only reason we in America didn't learn to love lamb from a young age is because of the
rhyme?
Well,
no,
that too.
Okay.
But it was mutton. It was it was a grown animal, and the fat would stink when you'd cook it.
Really?
But a small lamb, a small animal, is tender and it's more delicious and it's not as strong.
Interesting.
And that's why we don't like it in America sometimes.
Okay. Well, talk a little bit how this benefits harvesters as well.
So they've done this thing for 27 or 28 years. They raise about $1 million a year. So we'll raise $1 million that night.
Just for the cooking for the 2,000 people, they're going to raise $1 million.
Yes.
Insane. That's
and
incredible.
but they'll sell helmets and they'll sell all the jerseys. They'll sell everything. So and then they divide that money up between the 32 teams. And then that'll go back to whatever your food bank is in town. Ours is Harvesters, so it'll come back to Harvesters.
Okay. So is this the complete dish, or is this just the base for it, or is this?
So this stew will get, when I go down there, I'll put a bunch of chickpeas and lentils, and I'll serve it over some couscous. Couscous is a really common like rice dish type thing in Morocco.
So when you FedEx it down there, how much do you FedEx down? I'm sorry, I'm just still stuck on the fact that you ship your soup down there.
About 75 to 80 pounds of base.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that'll feed the 2,000 folks.
Yeah.
That's
small
crazy.
portions, but still it's a lot of food.
Yeah. Well, talk a little bit more about the dish. What are just some of the keys to making it? I mean, is it a slow simmer? How long does it have to simmer here till it really gets to be ready to go? Or?
So probably if you were to start this dish, you would start with some olive oil, and we would put in some onion. There's onion and celery, and you sweat those. You kind of get them to get the juices going, lightly golden brown. Your meat, same thing. Let them kind of brown up a little bit. And then once you add all your spices, you let it cook in the oil also. But by the time you add your stock, now you can either go in the oven for a slow 2 hours, or you can sit right on the stovetop for 2 hours.
Okay, awesome.
You can put it in a stock pot.
Yeah.
I mean, like a crock pot type. Let it cook while you're at work. And you come home and your dinner's ready.
Now that you're going to be down there, you're going to do all the cooking. Are you going to go to the game as well?
They don't give us tickets
What?
to the game. No.
You're not one of the guys.
And I don't have $8,000 a ticket.
On StubHub or whatever, just trying to get your last minute tickets there. Well, then what are you going to do when the Chiefs win on Sunday?
We're going to fly home.
You're going to fly home.
We're going to plan for a parade.
Yes.
It's going to be crazy. There could be a parade on.
It's going to be insane.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk too much about it because I feel like I'm going to jinx it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, Michael Smith, we appreciate your time
Thank
here
you.
today, and thank you for representing Kansas City down at the big game coming up this weekend.